Okay, now we're time for like a formal introduction. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We'll just roll with that one. That's gonna be the good take. Say hi to Eugene. You have fuzz on you. Jean, Emilio. Say hi. Welcome. All that good stuff. For my camp videos, I have a few planned, but this one is my camp must-have. I'm not gonna act like I'm like a veteran of summer camp. For sure there are people that have been going to camp since they were mini campers, which is like 3, who are now staff in their 20s. There are definitely people who have been going significantly longer than I have. This is gonna be my 4th teen camp, but my 1, 2, 3 like 7th camp total. So it'd be like my 7th camp, 4th teen camp, and like I said, I'm not a veteran. I'm not somebody who's like went for decades or anything, but I have picked up a few things that have been really helpful to me that I would not go to camp without. They're my must-have. My number one, and I'm not doing this by order of importance, so like don't think that that's what's going on. It's not an order of importance thing, but number 1, just numerically, because like why not? And I have it in like this cute little tote bag, super organized. Not really, I'm just reaching into the bag. The number 1 thing I'm going to mention is aerosol sunscreen. Now, this is not everybody's cup of tea. If you are picky about sunscreen, if there's ingredients you don't like, if you're anti-aerosols, if you just skip to the next must-have that I mentioned. But for me, aerosol sunscreen, especially like sport, anything like that, is a must-have. You do not go to camp without sunscreen. If you do, you can get away without it, but you have to have hats, you have to have long sleeves. That's kind of a necessity, especially at a summer camp. Our summer camp is in Texas. If you know anything about Texas, it's hot. The sun is blazing. It's intense. And you can get away without wearing sunscreen. I'm not one of those people. I'm very fair complected and I'm not taking any chances. Additionally, you can take any sunscreen you want, but for me, I am not a sunscreen lotion person whatsoever. I do not have patience for that. I do not like the feel of it, the texture of it. I don't like it. It's not for me. Rubbing it in, taking the time to like rub it in to everything is not for me. Again, if you have something you prefer using, skip to the next one. But for me, in the morning whenever I get up, I grab like toothbrush, deodorant, clothes, and I grab this, run into the bathroom real quick, and I just do it on both of my legs, front and back, and it's just a light mist. I probably, because we have like V-necks, and one time I did get a triangular sunburn here, so just spray a little there, spray a little on the back of your neck, and you're good to go. Like, it takes a few seconds, especially if you're like me and you want as much sleep as humanly possible and you don't want to take the time. Most of this stuff for me is like time-saving stuff, or like I want to go quickly because I want as much sleep as possible and I don't want to miss breakfast, because I did miss breakfast once and it was French toast casserole day, and I will never forgive myself because that is the best French toast casserole on the planet. On to number 2, which is kind of going to play off of the like time-saving tips. I don't actually have an example in my bag to show you, but something that I've gotten in years past is the Equate, again, Walmart brand, soap bar razors. What I like to do for shaving at camp, because you're going to be wearing shorts, you're going to, at least for me, I want to shave every single day. I usually take 2 razors. One is just like a triple blade, no soap bar, anything like that. That's whenever I have the time to use like shaving cream or shaving gel or whatever. The soap bar razor is incredibly useful because there are going to be days you do not have time to shave in the shower. I think specifically for me, like Fridays, because you have Bible study that night, you're working all day, like you have a few minutes to go take a shower, eat, and be there at Bible study. And if you have to shave in the sink, you're not going to get the razor burn because it has a soap bar. You're not going to need like all the shaving cream and stuff, especially if you're just doing touch-ups. All you need is water, and you can shave really quickly, and it just, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily even for everyday use, because what can happen is if it's humid out or if your dorm is humid, the soap bar won't dry and it can clog the razor. If you have a way to dry it, either set it outside and let it dry or something like that, you probably could use it every single night, but just for those occasions where you don't have time and you don't have the ability and you don't want to get razor burn, and it honestly has saved my skin so many times, literally saved my skin, because I don't get razor burn as bad or at all. That's just, I love my soap bar razors. Again, sometimes they do have a tendency to get clogged. I know I went to a camp in North Carolina. It was very humid. It did not dry out. So I definitely like to have two just in case. And even that can give the soap bar one a chance to dry out. But I do love those razors because they're convenient, they're easy. I have very sensitive skin and they just help me out a ton. Number 3 I'm gonna mention is jojoba oil, or a versatile oil for everything. So this one I got last year. It is actually a serum, so it doesn't just have jojoba oil in it, which I do regret. I wish I'd just got jojoba oil because I can't use this one for as much as I have the other ones. But you can get a little dropper bottle of jojoba oil on Amazon, and it saves you a lot of space because you can use it for so many different things. Like I just mentioned shaving, right? For me, I have to moisturize after I shave, or I'm gonna get razor burn or something like that. Jojoba oil, put it on your legs. You get lake hair, you get pool hair, you can't even like get your fingers through it, it's so tangled to like wash it. Jojoba oil. Your skin gets dry, or makeup remover. You need an oil to get some waterproof makeup off your eye. Jojoba oil. For me, it's just like super versatile. I love this stuff. Not this stuff, because again, this is like a serum. It's specifically for your skin. I tried using it on my hair. It did not work on my hair, so I wouldn't recommend this one. But I needed something to like illustrate my point. Just get a little bottle of jojoba oil. It's fantastic. So on to number 4. I think this is number 4. Paracord bracelets. This one seems a little odd, I'm sure, especially since these were on trend like a few years ago, but they're like not anymore. I still have mine. They are extremely dirty because I use them every single year at camp. But what I use these for, and I guess you could use those little clips that like outdoorsy climber people use. I can't remember the name of it. I've tried to remember all day what the name of those are. I don't remember. Carabiners? I feel like that's right, but if it's wrong, I'm sorry. You can use those, but I love a paracord, again, because it's versatile. You can use it for whatever. And what I use these for is I carry a backpack at camp. Either a one-shoulder backpack or something like that. And you carry a water bottle at camp. And it's really helpful to not have to keep track of so many things. I will just loop this through the little handle, the little thing on my water bottle, and I loop it through my backpack strap, and I clip it, and I just carry them around together. I know it seems very simple, but the amount of times that these paracords have saved me so much trouble, because I'll just clip my church bag and my backpack together. I'll just clip my water bottle and my church bag together. Like, they're just, this is why they're, I don't even know if you can see how much dirt is on that. But yeah, they're filthy because they're always getting tossed around, but they're so useful for that. And literally, honestly, all of these are supposed to be must-haves, but this is the one thing I've done every single year of camp, and I've never regretted it once, and every single year I go, I do not leave my paracords. They come with me every single time. I'm trying to decide what I should do next. I think we're going to go to, let's just tackle this one. This one right here. This is the Monistat Care Chafing Relief Powder Gel. This one, I think I know, I keep saying they're must-haves, and it's like a no-brainer because that's the name of the video. This one is an absolute must-have. As I said, our camp is in Texas. Other camps I've been to is North Carolina. It's incredibly hot, and if you are maybe on the mid-size range, or just in general, you have thicker thighs, and you know how painful chafing can be, I do not go to any camp without this. This is just honestly the best stuff ever. It is a gel, so it's like really easy to rub in, but it is a powder gel, so when you rub it in, it feels like a powder. It's just incredible. I cannot rave about this stuff enough, and if I could make any one of you go buy something from this video and just like make every single, it would be this. You have to get this. This is actually something that my mom heard about ages ago whenever my sister was going somewhere, and runners use it, I've heard. I can't find the words. That's how incredible this stuff is. It's a lifesaver, okay? Because here's the day three, you can say, well, I have athletic shorts, or I wear bicycle shorts, you know, under my dresses, or whatever. You can say that all day. But when you're in Texas, and you're on day 3, and your shorts have ridden up at all, you're gonna wish you had this. Please get this. It saves you so much pain. It's incredible. It's great. Please get it. Now, I'm gonna mention a couple of cosmetic-y items, I guess. Like some of these are specific brands, some of them aren't. They're just a few suggestions. One of the things that I like is, as far as chapstick goes, I like Blistex. Everybody has their opinions. I support that. But it is SPF 15, and they smell good, and they taste good, and anytime my lips get sunburnt, which does happen, and they get really chapped and really painful and all that stuff, Blistex is my favorite. I have 3 different ones. That's how important this stuff is, and all 3 of these are gonna go with me, you better believe it. The other thing I wanted to mention is makeup. I've done a post a long time ago about like my summer, my camp, like must-have waterproof makeup is, and that's kind of the main thing, is if you're gonna be swimming, if you're gonna be in the lake, if you're gonna just be sweating buckets every single day, you need to have waterproof makeup. Specifically for me, I am not one of those girls who can wake up at like whatever time and do eyeshadow and do a ton of makeup. That's just not for me. Like I said, I like to sleep. But in order to make me look awake and alive day after day, I definitely like to wear mascara. Over the years, I've collected a few favorite waterproof mascaras. Waterproof mascaras do have a tendency to maybe not separate the lashes as much as we'd like. They don't look as thick, they don't look as full, they don't stay put, they flake, they whatever. These are the best ones that I've found over the years. I actually totally forgot about this one, and then I reached in the back of my makeup drawer to do my makeup right before I filmed this, and I saw this one, which is so old that the writing has come off of it entirely. It has been sealed shut before, so there's like bite marks on the top of it because I had to get it open. My second camp I think I ever went to when I was like 15 I took this one and it was perfect. It separates the lashes really well. It makes them look full. What this is, because the writing is off of it, it's CoverGirl waterproof something. I can't remember the name of it. CoverGirl does a few like these. They have the green one and the orange one. It's the orange one that's waterproof. That's all I know to tell you, but I'm sure you can find it. CoverGirl orange mascara in waterproof. This one in particular is really good at separating the lashes and making them look full. I think I've actually lost some of the little... Yeah, I think my wand is like messed up now, but literally as far as volumizing, if you like volume in your mascara, which I do, this one's really good. It was my ride or die when I was like 15. Now for my other 3 mascaras that I want to share because I'm very passionate about waterproof mascara, I have the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift in waterproof. This one I would say is definitely more of a lengthening and volumizing. I think it's pretty middle of the road as far as both of those things go. This one I haven't noticed really flake much or anything. Honestly, this is one of those that I kind of just day to day, especially in summer, if I want my lashes to stay put after I curl them, I put this one in. I don't really have to worry about it. It's super easy to work with. They don't tend to clump. The wand is fantastic. It's just a really good versatile mascara. I just love when my camera decides that I've been filming too long and it's just like, nope, and I don't catch it. I think I was on this one, which is the Maybelline Colossal Waterproof Mascara. It's the Maybelline yellow one, and it's in waterproof. This one, again, I use this one all summer long. It's super easy to use. It doesn't really clump the lashes. It separates them really well. Volume, lift. This one's a really good everyday waterproof one. And this one is actually, I don't want to say it's my favorite because it has its problems, but I'm still absolutely obsessed with it, and I did save it for last, and that is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara in waterproof. I love this one so much, and because I don't want my lashes to get super dry in winter when I'm not sweating, I went and got this in the non-waterproof, but in the waterproof it's especially good because waterproof mascaras have a tendency to, when you curl your lashes, waterproof mascaras will laminate them in a way and make them stay put. Kind of like how hairspray does after you curl your hair. This one is absolutely insane. I wouldn't say I have particularly crazy eyelashes. I have decent eyelashes, but they're not insane. But when I curl my lashes and I put this on it, this lengthens like nothing I've ever seen. It's not so much a volumizing mascara. I wouldn't say it does that very much, and it does, like I said, it has its problems. This one has more of a tendency to flake than the others, but it is just flaking, so you can kind of just like dust it from under your eye and not really worry about it. But this one is absolutely insane as far as like lift and lengthening, and it just, when I said that these mascaras, I like to wear mascara for a wide-eyed appearance, this one does it. This one is... This one's absolutely crazy. I love this one. I'm obsessed. For my, I don't even know what number we're on because I just went through like several different things. But for my last must-have, it's important to me, and that is tea. Tea. A lot of times at camp they'll have tea or they'll have it available or something like that, but you're not always going to have access to that. Sometimes you don't know where it is and you need tea late at night. Specifically for me, the thing I struggle with the most probably at camp is not being able to sleep. Especially the first few days, I run very anxious, and sleeping doesn't mix well with new environments and anxiety, and if you know, you know. Having a routine or having a hot drink or something like that to help you calm down and get into a sleep mindset is incredibly helpful. I know the first year that I ever went to camp, I remember a bunch of us staff went to one of the buildings to like hang out after hours, and everybody was like having a good time. They were laughing, they were talking, and I had a cup of chamomile tea, and I was about to the bottom, and I was like, I'm heading back early. I actually need to jump on the fact that I can sleep right now, and I'm so sleepy. And I did sleep. I slept incredibly well. So for me, this is chamomile tea. It doesn't take up luggage space. It doesn't do much of anything, but it does help relax. It does help calm. Since that time, we've gotten other teas. This is the Nighty Night Extra with valerian. So if you have trouble sleeping, hot tea or tea bags that help with sleep are highly recommended. Other things you can do is like throat soother, because I'm a musician. I do choir at camp. I do that kind of stuff. Throat soother is important, both because you're going to be yelling a lot at morning motivation, and you're just going to lose your voice, and it's going to get tired, or you're going to get run down, or going to come down with something, and the throat soother does help a lot. This is just the Great Value brand throat soother. It is like my favorite. I even like the taste of this one. This one's just really, really good. Some of the other teas that aren't like, just some of the other ones, hibiscus tea. This is really good for if you're not drinking enough water and that kind of stuff. And also it has a bit of like a tart taste to it. And I like it because it is kind of tart, so I can put it in my water bottle or like my glass of water, and it gives water some flavor, because I'm the type of person, I hate to drink water, and drinking water is kind of imperative whenever you're sweating that much, when you're that active, and you really need to be hydrating. And I really struggle to hydrate, especially whenever I do get hot and it feels icky and you don't want to be drinking a lot of water. Having flavor enhancers, you can take electrolyte packets, you can take the little vitamin C flavor packets. That's also really good, because you know you're gonna get run down. But I sometimes just use hibiscus tea as a water enhancer, and it's also really good for if you are getting dehydrated and that kind of stuff. This is another one of my favorite teas. I'll just give it, I could go on and I could make a whole video about tea that I keep in my bag that I take with me everywhere I go. This one is the Immune Support with zinc, and it's blackberry flavor. It also has hibiscus and like elderberry, so it has that tart flavor. So sometimes I'll just put this in ice water, and it'll give my water an enhancer, and I feel like it's doing something for me, and it's good for me. And it actually does taste pretty good. Like I said, I could go on and on about water enhancers like electrolyte, vitamin C, and then just tea for like ages. And I just honestly think those are a really good idea to have on hand. Anyways, those are my camp must-haves, at least at this point. If I find anything or I try anything this year that really, really works, I will keep you guys posted on if I think of anything else, or I remember something, or I find something that's absolutely fantastic and you have to have. But thanks for watching, and be on the lookout for more camp themed content.